Okay then, from that to that. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to number 16 of Earthquake. And we left you last time in 5th place after 31 games. Now, as you can see, what a fall from grace. Down to 14th we finished the table in. And the reason for that? Squad depth. So what we have here is our injuries, suspensions, unregistered list. And this took its toll on us big time. So when you're a tiny club in a league like the Championship, you can't cut corners when it comes to getting your squad depth in. This is something I have now harshly learnt. I went into the season with a tight squad, hoping to remain loyalty, keeping the morale up. Good in theory, but as soon as injuries hit, just after we recorded the last episode, you can see there, we had no chance. We had no backup, players were dropping like flies, we couldn't rotate the team, and form just took an absolute dive. So it got me thinking, what is the ideal squad depth, squad number you need for a division like the Championship? So I'm saying 25. What do you think? Let me know in the comments, because I'm not the all-seeing eye here. I'm not sure if I'm right, but I'm thinking 2 per position plus some utility players. Now, 2 per position sounds good in theory, but if you're a tiny team such as us, you're going to struggle with that. So you really aren't going to have to box clever with the players that you get in. What I found is, during my save, I didn't have enough players, and the backup players I did have just weren't good enough. So it all boils down to the summer transfer activity, and this is where we got ourselves in a bit of a pickle. But in our defence, look how much we had to spend. £68,000, despite bringing 1.3 million. The board are really cutting corners here because they're building a new stadium, so they're giving us no money, no rope. So if you look down that list there, it's literally free transfers all the way, and the money we spent, look where we bought them from. Dulwich Hamlet, Gateshead, Woking. No disrespect, but we're buying from the Vanarama League to bulk our squad up to try and give ourselves a chance. So it didn't work out, and if your first 11 aren't firing or you get injuries, and if your backup squad are not good enough, or simply if you don't have enough of them, you're going to hit the skids, and that's what happened to us. We finished in 14th. It's still progress. Remember the season before that we finished 17th, so we've moved up a few little places, but we've got to be disappointed considering after 31 games we were sitting in 5th and we've dropped like a stone. So normally from this point I would say see you again for next episode, but we've played on a bit. We're into the next season now. Let's have a little look what's been going on, because it includes one hell of a losing streak. Alright crew, so what you see to the side of me there, that absolutely horrific sight, the top box is the way we finished the season just gone there. So you can see why we dropped out of the playoffs. I mean, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 defeats out of the last 11 games or so. Brutal. So we thought, it's a new day, it's a new day, it's a new season. And then the second box there is after about 4 games of the new season, and another absolute epic, awful, disgusting, winless run. So we ended the season horrifically, and we've started the new season horrifically. But we have managed to turn things round. So somehow, out of nowhere, after that bottom game to the side there, the Charlton game, we've gone on a streak now, and you can see there that we are firing. So to go from one extreme on that side to the extreme on this side is just balmy, but they are absolutely nailing it. So here it is in its full gory detail. So we started the season with a 3 at the back. We thought we'd experiment. Did a video about a stopper technique, which you can see on the channel, and it was going okay. Nothing great, but pretty much after this match here against Newcastle, we got an injury to our centre back, and the centre back reserve wasn't good enough, squad depth, so we reverted back to the 4-3-3. Bear in mind that the 5 at the back, it wasn't convincing. We scratched some results, but I could just see something bad happening. So we went back to the 4-3-3 of last season, and it didn't work. So we reverted back to the 5 when the other lad was fit. Still didn't work, and it just went wrong and wrong and wrong. So I needed to take a step back and think what was going wrong here. We took a step back, and as you can see, in our current run now, we are absolutely firing. What a run. We haven't had a run like this for some time, but at the minute we're in the middle of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 game unbeaten run, plus 1 defeat in our last 14. Ridiculous form. So here's the 4-3-3 we progressed to last season, didn't we? We started using this, it was going well, and then we fell off a cliff. So what have we done to get back on track with that insane winning streak? Well, firstly I had to take a step back and then realise what I'm trying to do here doesn't match my players. We're trying to play like Man City when we've probably got the standard of Mansfield. You know, it went well last season in stages. It went well, but we still finished 14th, so it's not the right formation for these players, clearly. Taking a step back, think about it. We've gone from the Van North all the way to the Championship, playing various different carnations of the 4-4-2. So, what are we doing? Our players, and more importantly, the standard of players, hasn't really changed from our way up the leagues from League 2 onwards, which I keep belting on about. So we're in the Championship, punching above our weight. Why am I suddenly trying to make them play like Barcelona? It's a similar thing to what a lot of you will be going through, and it's why this episode is called Tactics to Fit Your Players, because I'm trying to shoehorn players into this tactic and they're not good enough for it, basically. And the team instructions are not befitting them. I need to take them back to what they're good at and put my tactic to fit the players, not the other way around. Basically, I haven't been able to attract the standard of player that would be able to do this sort of tactic. So let's get back to the tactic that they can do. And that's exactly what we did. I know these boys can play the 4-4-2, and we've done a different variation of it here called the jackhammer. Now, it's served us well so far. We're on a great winning streak, as I just saw. So we'll see. We'll do a proper review on it if it continues to do bits for us. But basically, the main things to look at are, I know that my squad can play this. They've done it all the way through this save so far. The only slight problem we had with it in the Championship was we're a bit exposed in the middle. So to get around that, I've got these two boys sat a little bit deeper. As I say, I'll play through a bit more. If it's successful, we'll have a bit more of a tactical breakdown on it. I've got a tactic now that fits the standard and type of player I've got. So I just want to show you the turnaround that that's led to. We've had an awful streak, we've had a great streak. But this should show you what I mean. I'm just going to drop my head down a little bit. There we go. Now, look at this league position table here. So we started, obviously, your first couple of games, you're going to be nowhere. You can really start telling where your team's going to be around this point. So we're dropping, we are nose diving. As you can see, we're 19th, 18th, 21st. Down amongst the doldrums. We're actually proving the media wrong for once. And then in and around this area here, this is when we change our tactic back to what we know. And you can see the climb. Slowly climbing, 13th, 14th, 12th, 11th, 10th, until where we stand now. And here we are, crew. So we have gone from 21st in the table, one place above relegation, on this run, and it's led us to 7th, the brink of the playoffs again after 26 matches. And look a bit closer there. We're on 43 points, okay? 43 points. 1 point off the playoffs. But more importantly, 5 points off second. Now, I'm not expecting to be in the playoffs next time we come for the next episode, but you never know if this run of form continues. Who knows? We might drop like a stone again. We've still got a small squad, but hopefully we can improve on 14th.